Hi,
Heidi, how
John.
are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right, what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about SIRV, the Special Investors Resident Visa, and the Foreign Investors Visa.
All right,
Welcome to our Manila office, by the way.
awesome. Great to be here for the first time.
So I'm used to catching up with you in Cebu. Good to be here with you in Manila.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was just at your expat meetup in Cebu, which is the last time I saw you, right? Last night we had your expat meetup here in BGC.
Yeah, it was great for you to come.
Yeah.
It was a pretty fun night.
Yeah, I have perfect attendance now on all of John's expat meetups.
That's
so-
right. Double gold star. So next meetup, hopefully we'll have one again at Cebu City.
Yeah. I should have a badge as your #1 fan at this point.
So tell me, this is your new office here in Manila. You've had the office in Cebu for quite a while. What made you decide to open up an office here in Manila?
I mean, the goal has always been to serve expats nationwide, and I feel like having an office in the 2 major cities in the Philippines will really help us, reach you guys even faster and make it a lot more convenient. And we have a lot of clients here in Manila also, and that's why we have this. We're located in Makati. We are at VGP Center, 11th floor, Unit 7. So if you guys want to engage with us with your visas, like the SRRV, 13A spousal visa, or any visa that you require, or if you want to register a business, feel free to drop by at our office.
So yeah, guys, I gotta say, when I was here in Manila before C&G had their office here, I had Kevin that met me here some years back when I was doing my investor's visa over here. And I gotta say, just made my life so much easier. He took me head of the line and just really made things a lot more painless than it would have been otherwise. So I think definitely helps out to have the office here. So I know here you guys have staff, you have attorneys here that help you with everything else as well. I know that there's just some things that even if most of the paperwork is done in Cebu or Dumaguete or wherever people may be, eventually for a lot of the visas, it seems people have to come here at least once to Manila.
Yes, so there are visas that you need to file here in Manila. So if the satellite offices, they can cater to 9Gs to 13As, but most, if not all of the visas have to be sent here to Manila. So if you want your visa done faster, it's definitely better to have it processed here in Manila. Like say, for example, John's SVEG or Special Visa for Employment Generation, it can only be filed here in Manila.
Tell us anything new in the world of visas in the Philippines. We talked about the digital nomad visa last time. Any updates on that?
So far we're expecting the implementing rules and regulations to be released hopefully this month. How slow the Philippines is, but the deadline is definitely June. So hopefully by the next video, I mean, if we talk about visas, we'll be, releasing the specific details for the digital nomad visa so that you guys and whoever is qualified can already apply for it.
So what else is new in the world of visas?
So we have this visa now called the Foreign Investors Visa, which is offered by the Free Port area of Bataan. So if you've heard about the SIRV or Special Investors Resident Visa, where you can invest, if you invest 75,000 USD in the Philippines, you get a permanent residency here in the Philippines. The problem with that is the SIRV can take a very long time to get. It could take upwards to 6 months for you to sort out your investments and get the permanent residency. Now, the Freeport area of Bataan is offering what we call the FIV or Foreign Investors Visa, which is a fast-track version of the SIRV. So meaning you can get this visa in just a few weeks if you comply with all of the requirements. And, it doesn't go through the Board of Investments anymore. It's approved by what we call the FAB or the Freeport area of Bataan, and they can approve this visa for you as quickly as possible, unlike the SIRB. The only catch is you need to apply for this visa or your investments have to be at the Freeport of Bataan area.
So you could live anywhere, but you have to apply there.
Yes, you have to apply there. And your investments have to be in the Freeport of Bataan area. So say, for example, you're wanting to, start a business, for example, a BPO company, and then you also want the visa where you can invest 75,000 USD. You can actually do that, but your business has to be registered at the Freeport of Bataan area.
So what if you actually wanted a main office in Davao?
Yeah.
Do that?
No, you need to have the business at the Freeport of Bataan area. But what you can do is you can actually have an address there. Let's say, for example, just a holding company where one of your businesses is registered there, and then have other operations in another part of the Philippines. So you're not really stuck. It just has to be structured in a way where you can operate all over the country. The good thing is when you register a business here in the Philippines, your SEC registration is actually valid all over the country. The only thing you need to do is you need to have licenses in each of the city that you'll have a branch in.
All right, so it's same as me. I started in Cebu City, then I got a second office in Davao. Same type of deal. They would need something in Bataan and then wherever else that they might want to do business. So now for the challenging part, what about the requirements? What's needed for this?
So the good thing about the FIV or the SIRV is you don't need to be 50 like the SRRV, the retirement visa, where you actually need to be 50 in order to apply. For the FIV, you only need to be 18 years of age. So if you're 18 and you have 75,000 USD, you can actually apply for this visa. Or if you're, this is also another option for those who are below 50 and are looking for a permanent visa here in the Philippines, you can apply for the FIV. So one of the requirements is definitely your police clearance. You need to have that investment. So you need to figure out your investment here in the Philippines, either if it's an investment in property in Bataan area, or if it's an investment in a business. So again, you can open your business at the Freeport area of Bataan and also get a visa, which is the FIV. You also need to undergo a medical clearance. So it's very, very straightforward. There's not a lot of requirements to it. The only requirement really is for you to invest at the Freeport area of Bataan.
When it comes to that $75,000, I already hear everybody groaning. Is that only available for like a lump sum that goes in some government, bank account, or are there other options of where that money would go?
So the good thing about the investor's visa is your money is invested here in the Philippines. So it doesn't stay at a government bank account. It's actually used for either a business or a property that you can invest in here in the Philippines. So if you're not keen on doing it at the Freeport of Bataan area, there's always the option to do the special investor's resident visa, where you can have your business anywhere in the Philippines. The only thing is it will take longer.
The other option, perhaps the only option that I'm aware of to get, a out of jail free card with that $75,000 is the option that I did with the special visa for employment generation.
Yeah. Yes, that's correct.
So let other people know, how did I escape having to pay that $75,000 with that type of investor visa?
Yeah, so John also has a business visa, but his business visa didn't require him to do a 75,000 USD investment. It only required him to employ at least 10 Filipinos on a full-time basis, wherein he was qualified for the special visa for employment generation. So there's no capital requirement. The only thing is you need to be employing 10 Filipinos at a full-time basis, meaning you have their employment contract, you're paying for their government benefits, and it wasn't, I don't know, John, were the requirements hard to comply with?
They weren't, but I was fortunate because I already had, a few dozen employees. I was, paying government benefits like SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth. And so when I applied, it just kind of made it easy to go through that process. And so I would imagine for other people, and I've even saw somebody recently ask you on a comment on the channel, like, can I just hire some household help?
Yes.
I understand that question, but
Yeah.
really have to be paying people legally and legal government benefits and that work, right?
But, if you want to hire, like, say, for example, you have you have a lot of household help, like you're that guy or that woman who has like 10 people employed, you still need to register a company in order to qualify for the SVEG. Yeah.
Got it. All right. So great to hear some more options over here. I know that not all visas fit everybody's situation. It's really helpful to know more options so people can know what might work best for them. So if people are wanting a visa over here, I'm going to leave your contact details below for CNG Consulting. Anything final that you would share with people?
There's a lot of people coming to the Philippines to start BPO companies. I would definitely recommend you guys to consider the investor's visa or the visa that John got, the SVEG. There's just a lot more benefits towards it. It's not attached to anyone else or another person. It's only attached to your company. So as long as your investments are here in the Philippines, you might as well, get a visa, get a permanent visa here in the Philippines rather than going through the tourist visa extensions. right, John?
Absolutely. So how does it work with the investor's visa? Do people have to keep applying like the tourist visa? Can you share what that looks like?
So once you get your special investor's resident visa, you don't need to apply for tourist visa extensions anymore. You just need to keep updating your SIRV ID card every year or every 3 years, depending on your investment.
Well, Heidi, always great to have you on the channel.
Thank you for having me, John. And I gave John coffee while coming here to my office, so we're even.
Part of our ritual, we always got to get some coffee on here together. So guys, if you have any questions about visas or business formations, make sure and check out the link to Heidi's company below. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Take care.
Bye.